Cherokee. Central Michigan loves to shoot the three. They do that with Dallas Morgan and David DeLeo. Meanwhile, for DePaul, the leaders have been Paul Reed and Charlie Moore. They'll need those guys in this contrast of styles. We'll see.
Yeah, Charlie Moore has been a revelation for DePaul on both ends of the floor, setting the table and scoring the rock. And there you see the matchup game will bode well down the stretch.
It's a 6-0 DePaul team. They hadn't even been 5-0 since 1986. Central Michigan is 5-1. They've played a lighter schedule to pile up some of those wins. They did go on the road at Minnesota last Thursday and lost at the Barn. Dave Leto, the head coach, his second stint here, of course, now in his 5th season. Chatted with him at shoot-around today. He loves the progress of this group and still feels like there's more out there, some consistency to be had.
Oh, I definitely agree. They've got to get Devin Gage healthy. They've got a couple freshmen who have been outstanding, Weems being one of them.
Jalen Butts rebounds the miss from Dallas Morgan. You've seen this DePaul team quite a bit this year, and Charlie Moore, man, he's been impressive.
He really has. And when you see a player like him who's not the fastest, not the quickest, but he can get where he wants to on the court, that tells you how talented he is.
First two belongs to the big man, Butts, the junior from Fort Wayne, Indiana, who is big on the road at BC on Saturday.
Now, he really took advantage of DeLeo on the post.
David DeLeo draws a foul. He's one of the sharpshooters for Keno Davis, his 8th season now in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. Of course, he spent 3 years in the Big East as the head coach at Providence.
Keno Davis has a unique style of play, very exciting. And, I'm sure a lot of players would love to play in his system. If you can shoot it, pass it, and dribble, you're going to get opportunities to score the rock.
Look, you can say what you want about the schedule and how early it is in the season, but for David DeLeo and his teammates, 100 points a game so far.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. And, you wear opponents down offensively, and that's typically, you're up and down, and you don't associate wearing teams down via the offense. Unique style.
Here's Moore with a mismatch, had DeLeo on him, and DeLeo commits his first foul. That's the Central Michigan offense that we've been talking about. 100 points per game. They set a program record in a game earlier this year with 134 against Mississippi Valley State.
Yeah, I'm surprised they weren't icing their arms and shoulders down after that game. That's a lot of shots.
Charlie Moore, the redshirt junior, now playing, of course, at his 3rd school, and he's back in his home city. We enjoyed chatting with him at shoot-around today, and he was telling us he was looking forward to this one in particular. His older brother played his college basketball for a season at Central Michigan, and he's here tonight.
So, he wants to prove his brother that, he's definitely the best one in the family.
Trevon Broadway Jr. on the drive. Strong take for the junior from Miami.
That was nice. Went away from the defense, got off the glass.
Paul Reed left alone. Offensive rebound, Butts, and a reach-in foul on Broadway.
Well, Broadway Jr. goes strong and stays away from the defense. DePaul, one of the better shot-blocking teams, not only in the Big East, but in the country, and he was cognizant of that going to the rim.
Moore, off the curl, nice jump shot.
Rarely off balance, rarely out of control. Charlie Moore, one of the smoothest point guards in the country.
He was terrific in the win in Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts on Saturday. David DeLeo is one of the best three-point shooters in Mid-American Conference history, but he left that one short.
Jalen Butts doing a really good job of challenging the shot without fouling. That's difficult a lot of times for bigs.
Butts then faced up on DeLeo. We told you the pace that Central Michigan loves to play at is one of the fastest in the country, but Charlie Moore commits his first foul.
Devontae Lane was trying to do a James Worthy-ish type move there, like now you see me, now you don't. Charlie Moore played it perfectly, just ended up with the contact. But he knew exactly what Lane was trying to do there.
Rob Montgomery sticks along to the senior from Maryland. Quickly back the other way. Nothing doing for Romeo Weems, the talented freshman And the ball belongs to the Chippewas.
See, what DePaul's going to have to be careful of, Mike, they're going to get open looks from three because the Chippewas, they want the game totally up and down. So sometimes you're going to get looks that you may not be accustomed to taking. You got to be judicious in taking those, not turn down the first one sometimes. Get some ball movement, make the defense work, get a better shot.
Yeah, you can get sucked in sometimes to that playing style as Kevin McKay gets free on the baseline, and the Chippewas lead by 3.
Yeah. Coach Lato on the side has a pensive look on his face. A little worried about this start for the Blue Demons.
There's a deep one for Moore, and he left it short. And the rebound to Lane. Out and running. Devontae Lane lays it in.
Oh, nice job by Lane being aggressive. And here's what happens. If DePaul gets into a three-point shooting contest, they will not win this game. That's what the Chippewas want to do.
They're on a 6-0 run, and Jalen Coleman-Lands cannot answer with a triple. DeLeo.
Nice job by Butts.
And DeLeo wanted to get him in the air. Now Broadway to the basket for 2. Timeout, Dave Lato.
They're finding driving opportunities, and lack of weak side defensive help by DePaul has left them susceptible at the rim.
Paul Reed puts a stop to the run that had been 8-0, and that's the first 2 for Reed.
Good job by DePaul making the nice adjustment out of the timeout. And focusing on getting in the paint. You have to shoot threes with this team. You can beat them inside the paint.
Reed trying to stick with DeLeo. Good hands to pry it away. Reed on the run out. Left it short. Kept alive to Reed for 2 more.
Oh, man, Romeo Weems, that's a heads-up play. Just a tap over to Reed.
Reed gets the block on Montgomery. Extra pass back into the post, and McKay finishes.
Nice job by the Chippewas there. They've got DePaul on the heels defensively. They're playing at a great pace.
And back to your point, Steven, on Romeo Weems, doesn't it seem like he does all the little things? He never stops out there.
No, he doesn't. And he just got great basketball IQ and feel. Doesn't seem like he's a freshman at all.
Reed backing down, and he scores. He's got 6 in a row.
So what DePaul needs to figure out right now, it doesn't look like they're going to get double-teamed on the post. They can get that all night long.
Now a hard hedge from Reed.
Nice job by Moore. Slight denial of the pass, forcing Lane outside of the three-point line.
Quick release for DeLeo, no good.
Watch Jalen Butts first down. First big down.
Moore found them. Butts couldn't finish. And secured by Central Michigan.
Despite the miss, that's what DePaul wants to do. The first big, if it's Reed or if it's Jalen Butts, get down and post up quickly. That'll soften up the defense.
You said you don't want a three-point shooting contest. They haven't settled for those since the timeout.
That's right. Coach Lato just reminded them of who they are.
Montgomery out of the corner.
Nice job by Central Michigan. I mean, they're forcing the action. That's a terrible shot.
Very early, and it's now 0 of 5 from 3 for DePaul.
Surprised by Charlie Moore that time. I mean, he's taken 2 NBA threes that really ill-advised and early in the shot clock.
McKay got past Weems. Back out for Montgomery. Airballs this one after connecting out of the corner. It's a 6-point lead for Central Michigan. Rob Montgomery getting in on the act from beyond the arc for the school. Picked 4th out of the 6 in the West Division of the Mid-American Conference. 5-1 to this point, but 3 of those wins over non-D1 opponents. They told you they went to Minnesota on Thursday. They lost by 25 in that game, so this is a big test for them tonight.
Yes, it is, and I'm sure they learned quite a bit from going up against that Big Ten opponent that's a bigger front line that looks similar to what DePaul tries to do.
Keno Davis told us today at shoot-around that Minnesota shot it very well, better than that team had to that point. But he said part of that was on us defensively.
Yeah, Williams Arena, which DePaul is going to get a taste of. Tough place to go and get a victory.
Yeah, they're headed there on Friday. Nice baseline runner for Darius Hall, the redshirt sophomore, the transfer from Arkansas.
Well, that's DePaul is scrambling. They're not getting back defensively.
A floater for Dallas Morgan doesn't drop. And a foul on the rebounding action.
So, Mike, when Darius Hall does this, when he stays within his game and he's attacking, this is when he's at his best. When he's trying to shoot jump shots and three-point shots, that's not good for DePaul. So this is a good sign for Darius Hall coming in and making his presence felt in a positive manner.
When a team's playing so up-tempo and they're shooting threes, block on the interior on Butts. Can it be hard to fall into the trap that they're playing with as Montgomery finishes?
No doubt about it. And you can see DePaul is just kind of, they're still back on their heels. They haven't quite controlled the tempo.
Moore had it taken away by Montgomery, and here's Kevin McKay with the flush.
Nice job by attacking the ball. That was Dallas Morgan right there. Just jumped Charlie Moore without him really understanding what was going on.
For all the talk about the offense of Central Michigan, Keno Davis feels like they are going to be much better defensively this year. They've added athleticism and length with a ton of transfers. Deshaun Watson, the foul there.
We're used to seeing DePaul possibly do this, and I made a mistake there. That was Montgomery on a great defensive play. Just jumping Charlie Moore's dribble, being lackadaisical. Charlie Moore is struggling this game, starting out, taking poor shots. He and his DePaul teammates are 0-5 from 3, and 3 of those misses, Mike, were in the first 10 seconds of the shot clock. That's not going to get it done against this Chippewas team.
And you see they're getting a boost from McKay. He's got a half dozen. That was the first foul, by the way, on Deshaun Winston. And traveling called on Romeo Weems. So this undefeated DePaul team getting everything it can handle so far from Central Michigan.
When he was the head coach at Iowa, it was very difficult to play this style because it's so unusual to have a team commit to running the way that they do. So like father, like son.
That's the largest deficit that DePaul has faced all season long so far, 7 games in.
Good adversity for them. You know, as the schedule toughens here after this game, it's a good test for DePaul.
DeLeo had 8 seconds left on the shot clock, and then Darius Hall ripped down the rebound. Moore in transition, doesn't get the roll, and Hall draws a foul.
Well, DePaul giving Central Michigan some of their own medicine. Getting up the floor quickly. A man-sized rebound by Darius Hall, and then comes back and gets the contact for the free throws.
And a big second foul on David DeLeo, the senior from Iowa City, who averages 16 a game, but has not got it going so far tonight. Speaking of Dr. Tom Davis's teams in Iowa City, DeLeo, a guy from Iowa City, like we said. Keno Davis loved being able to recruit him, and Devontae Lane, another Iowa City guy, same high school.
Yeah, you keep saying Iowa City. I'm over here in cold sweats. Never won in Carver Hawkeye Arena, never.
Yeah, well, what's it like shooting in that gym? A lot of people say it's hard.
I didn't find it hard at all. It's just hard to play the Hawkeyes during that era. They were loaded. Talented a team as anybody in the Big Ten during that era.
Winston gave it up. That rolls off for Broadway. And given right back to the Chippewas.
Carmelo Burrell, nice job on the back tap.
And a 3 for Dallas Morgan, the senior from Peoria.
Well, everything is coming easy right now for Central Michigan. Does DePaul have an answer defensively? Good ball movement this time. Ball swinging from side to side here for DePaul.
Way too strong for Marquise Jacobs, the true freshman from right here in Chicago.
Sometimes, Mike, what happens when, teams like DePaul will play a MAC school and the players may not have a healthy respect, but the coaches do.
Offensive foul on Weems.
I thought maybe Weems jumped to the side, Mike. I didn't think it was direct. Ooh, that's a tough break for Romeo Weems, excuse me. Nice job of setting up defensively, but I'm not sure that was a charge. Tough break for DePaul.
But you were saying going up against a MAC team when you're a Big East program here at home and tasting success, count the bucket on the drive for Montgomery plus a foul.
When you're playing against these teams, you'll notice that Central Michigan doesn't have freshmen on the floor. These are grown men. They don't need to get carded at the liquor store. You know what I mean? They can go in and get their own liquor. These are grown men. And a lot of times teams from the Big East, Big 12, ACC, Big 10, they may not have a healthy respect. The coaches do, but the players may not respect these players. And these guys are tough, they're physical, and you can see they're taking it to DePaul right now.
The lead is double figures for the Chippewas.
I mean, I saw it last night at Ohio State. Kent State's down 18, and they end up tying the game with 4 minutes left. These are tough teams.
Threes still not dropping for DePaul. Now 0 of 7 on that Coleman Lands miss. The lob too high up there for Burrell. Here's a run out for Moore.
Boy, DePaul was fortunate in that exchange because they were off balance defensively and just a miscue on the part of the Chippewas.
Extra pass for Morgan. His second three.
The ball movement and speed of Central Michigan, DePaul has not adjusted to.
Coleman lands with a hesitation. No good on the reverse.
Nice job. This is one of the few times that DePaul got back defensively.
These coaches were like carbon copies of one another at shoot-around today. We said, hey, what concerns you? Transition defense. What concerns you? Transition defense.
That's right.
Shot clock below 10. Morgan. Got another with a step back.
Oh, man. Well, DePaul is seeing now.
Charlie Moore answers with a long one of his own.
Yeah, that's not a good shot, though. He hit it, but
Morgan, are you kidding me?
Oh my goodness. I think the Chippewas are trying to send a message, Mike.
Hall out of control, traveling, and it sends us to a timeout. A 15-point lead. Dallas Morgan has 4 triples.
Dallas Morgan, ladies and gentlemen, Peoria, Illinois native. He's got some family in the house, and he's playing like it because he's bringing the rain with those threes.
Those 4 3-point makes for Dallas Morgan came in a span of 67 seconds. Man.
And that's what Keno Davis wants, fast offense. Again, you remember I was saying how who wouldn't want to play in this system? You get the green light if you take good shots. They're aggressive. Just fun style to play. And they have definitely picked up their defense since the Minnesota game.
When Keno Davis was at Providence, too, they were playing at a tempo like this, one of the fastest in the country. He had Marshawn Brooks getting 25 a game as a senior. Romeo Weems still scoreless.
Good job by Weems getting back, though.
Morgan tried to thread it behind the back. Moore left it for Reed for the flush.
That might get DePaul going. Made buckets, Mike, can allow DePaul to get backs and get settled defensively and start to slow this tempo down a little bit more in the favor of DePaul. See, if you notice, Central Michigan hasn't been great in the half-court offense. They're a little stagnant. They try to go one-on-one, break you down, and kick out for an open three.
Reed causing problems for Winston. Shot clock at 4. Broadway lost it. Charlie Moore to the basket for 2.
See, here's the difference.
Pace so far from Wintrust Arena, and Stephen Bardo, you said it. If DePaul can just get made buckets, that can slow down Central Michigan.
It really will. And if they stop shooting three-point shots, meaning DePaul, they got to get the ball into the paint area. That's where they have the advantage.
Charlie Moore ripped it away. Hall is with him. The follow generates a foul by Oscar Lopez.
I like this young man right here, Oscar Lopez. Plays hard, got on the offensive glass that time, has an opportunity from the line.
Freshman from Cypress, California, just west of Anaheim. Gave some big minutes with a half dozen rebounds off the bench in that win over Boston College. It was really a slugfest on Saturday.
Yeah, you want those type of games if you're going to contend for Big East title. You want to play different styles. So you got a, wrestling match with Boston College. Now you got a track meet with Central Michigan. So you get used to playing different styles in a short amount of time.
You see 3 turnovers the last 3 trips for the Chippewas. Still up by 10 with just over 6 left in the first half. Devontae Lane. Offensive rebound. Burrell got Weems in the air.
Nice job by Burrell. Nice shot fake. Weems looked like he was jumping to get an alley-oop. Boy, he got some airtime, didn't he?
He gets tagged with his second foul, too.
And you know what? When you're in the air like that, he's got a hammer. He tried to avoid it. He just got to lay the hammer down because you're going to the bench. So you might as well get your money's worth.
Yeah, in worst case scenarios, a 4-point play.
Yeah, But that's all right because Weems has been the 2-time Big East Freshman of the Week. So I'll give him a little bit of slack there.
Well, you saw Charlie Moore just put his arm around the freshman who has been so heralded and so good so far. Weems exits right now, a couple fouls and 3 turnovers with no points, but Moore has really taken Weems under his wing. They're roommates.
And you know what? This is a connected group, meaning DePaul, and you can tell by the way they interact with one another and the fact that the coaching staff was savvy enough to have those guys room together says a lot.
Coleman lands with a triple, just the second make from deep for DePaul.
See how this game, the complexion of it has changed based on the fact that DePaul is getting made buckets. Well, that was a good move there underneath. Kevin McKay, he really seeks out a lot of contact. Little undersized at 6'5", but he doesn't mind that paint area.
Yeah, the do-everything senior from Warren, Michigan. 3rd year as one of the key guys for Keno Davis as you see Jalen Butts return, replacing Darius Hall.
He's spot on with that, Mike. McKay, 4th in the MAC in steals last year. So this is an aggressive guy on both ends of the floor.
And battling through some bumps and bruises, as Keno Davis called them to us at shoot-around earlier today. So they've been bringing them off the bench, but he's still playing heavy minutes for him. High-low, Butts. Good help side defense by Lane.
Well, you see that Central Michigan likes to front the post, and they're depending on their help side to come in and dig in the paint. Paul Reed and Jalen Butts are going to have, when they catch, Mike, they're going to have to keep it high because there's going to be hands from guards of Central Michigan that they'll try to come in and steal.
Yeah, there comes Winston, and this time Butts draws a foul.
I think it's always funny when we call the DePaul games and people bump into Jalen Butts, they usually go flying. I mean, he doesn't look overly strong, but he is really, really strong and put together.
The numbers for the junior, 6'9", 224, the particulars for him. 1-1, and he misses the front end.
Well, those are crucial when you're trying to cut it to a double-digit lead.
DeLeo back in with a couple of fouls. Beautiful cut off ball from Mich, who's had a great first half.
Yeah, Paul Reed got caught looking.
No play this time on Butts. He was quick with a block.
They can get that every time.
Lane pushes it back. No. And DePaul can run down 12. Moore leading it. Good hands by Burrell.
Watch the defense of DePaul. They got caught watching the basketball, not all you man defense, meaning you got your peripheral vision on the guy with the basketball, but you also have to pay attention to your man. McKay taking advantage.
Good hands by McKay. You were talking about his steal numbers. DePaul stayed with it, and an offensive foul. Romeo Burrell took it. Romello Burrell.
I'll tell you what, Burrell has had some very positive minutes for Central Michigan. He knows what Butts wants to do. That's a great job scouting, no doubt about it. Butts with his shoulder to the chest. But Burrell has caused a couple turnovers. He got Romeo Weems. He drew his second foul. He made a nice pass for a layup earlier. And now DePaul goes to a zone defense. Matchup zone here.
Seven to shoot.
A different defensive look for DePaul. Matchup zone. Not a traditional 2-3 is more like morphed zone, but now they go with man-to-man on the inbounds.
Into Burrell, a Chicago native, played at Morgan Park. Lane. Into Burrell for two at the buzzer.
These guys are just faster than DePaul right now in the first half. Everything they're doing is quicker. They're quicker to lose balls. Everything.
Reed back out. And the rebound Lane.
I don't like Hall shooting three-point shots.
Burrell. It's stripped by Hall. Off of Central Michigan. And back to DePaul. Trying to get any momentum they can. Down at home against Central Michigan.
And they're not NBA ready. You know what I mean? Like, guys at NBA can shoot threes. They can shoot themselves back in the game. That typically doesn't happen at the college level. And they're taking the easy way out. Now, recently, in the last 3 to 4 minutes or so, DePaul has gotten stops, and they're able to score a little bit better in the half court.
Lopez flashed to the elbow. Good hands from Devontae Lane, who comes away with it. Lane. And the follow is there for Montgomery.
Listen, Devontae Lane is a guy that you better be ready to hit. Because if you don't hit him first, he's going to hit you. Good job defensively and using his physicality against the guards of DePaul.
Lopez drives it right at Montgomery, who had the size advantage. And that's a foul that goes on Paul Reed, his first.
Watch Lane right there. He just got aggressive, got the hands, poked it forward, picked it up, and put his shoulder into Jalen Coleman lands, and his teammate Montgomery cleans it up.
He had a D1 offer to play college football at Eastern Michigan. He got some interest from Matt Campbell at Iowa State as well. He looks the part of a football player, too.
No doubt about it. And anytime those guys, high school football players, always have an advantage when they play college basketball. You can always tell when a guy plays football because the leverage advantage that they have. They can always get lower than their opponent. And he's really setting the tone. But again, he's a MAC player. He's a strong, older, knows how to play, not going to be intimidated on big stages.
A lot of JUCO transfers on this roster for Keno Davis, so he has built an experienced bunch. 15-point game now.
Jalen Coleman lands He missed Paul Reed completely.
Jacobs gave it away. Montgomery's had a great first half. DeLeo got free off ball. Back iron. And it stays with Central Michigan.
I've really been impressed with the Chippewas. DePaul cut the lead down to 10. They really responded well. They've gotten the game back to their pace again. Got a couple of steals and a couple of runouts.
Off the baseline, out of bounds. Reed denied McKay and then walked with it. Turnover number 9 for the Blue Demons.
Paul Reed had the right idea, was trying to hit a streaking Jalen Coleman lands. And DeLeo jumped out. He thought he had it right there. DeLeo comes in. Probably would have stolen that pass had Reed let that go. So there's a set call here. They're trying to go to McKay against Paul Reed. Watch how they come back. So McKay over here on the weak side.
It's Lane. Probing.
There it is.
As you said, back to McKay on the baseline. Offensive foul. Coleman Lands took it.
Good job by Jalen Coleman Lands, cutting off the baseline, giving up his body that time. Those are the type of plays that can get you back in the game. A lot of times, college players think that you can get back in by shooting yourself in the game. You gotta get consecutive defensive stops in order to cut into a double-digit lead like this.
And you said before the stops were turning into buckets for DePaul, but now they've gone about 3.5 minutes without points.
Has some careless turnovers like that.
There's another one from Coleman Lands. Turnovers now for DePaul. Only made 12 field goals.
Oh, nice hands by Paul Reed.
They took it away from Broadway. The shot clock reset. Now Lane out of control.
Darius Hall needs to get that rock up.
He doesn't want to. Now he does. Moore. Still cold from deep. A frenetic pace.
And you see the score, who was favoring. All out of sync. All that has to do with the effort of Central Michigan. Look at that. Wide open look.
Broadway had it swirl out. Moore. Will go to the line to shoot a pair.
Nice job of getting to the rim that time. This is probably the best case scenario coming down the stretch here in the first half, is to try to score without time going off the clock. If he can get these two to fall, they can get back defensively. Can DePaul get set up and try to get another stop.
You saw a look of frustration from Dave Lato on the sideline.
He tried to tell his team about Central Michigan, and they didn't act like they were ready to come out and play.
If you go by Ken Pomeroy, the tempo that a team plays at Central Michigan, the fourth fastest of the 350-plus teams in D1 in terms of the pace they like to go at.
Yeah, that's difficult. It puts you on your heels. It makes you second-guess yourself when they're able to hit threes and then get backdoor layups. You notice there's no middle game for the Chippewas. They either hit threes or they get layups.
It's about a 2-second difference between game and shot clock winding down this first half. Montgomery sets the ball screen for Deshaun Winston. Tough jumper in the mid-range.
First time on half.
Couple of seconds, good if it goes. Coleman Lands left it short. How about that first half for Central Michigan on the road? The ropes something they haven't dealt with like this year.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting to see how this team responds, because to me, DePaul has the making of an upper echelon Big East team, and it will show here in the first 5 minutes of the second half if I'm correct.
So right out of the gates, they turn it over. Take us inside what you think the locker room was like for Dave Lato. You used the term to me off air, peeling paint inside there.
Yeah, so he's going to challenge them. And, you know, I think what happened, he told them, look, you guys weren't ready to play. You may not have respected your opponent, but now you've dug yourselves a hole, so I'm going to play the guys who are going to play hard and do what I asked to do.
David DeLeo still trying to get going, sitting on just 2 points and 0 of 5 from 3 now. Reed running on the Euro with the left hand.
That's a heck of a move by Paul Reed to avoid the charge. It looked like we had an accident over here on the save of the loose ball. See Paul Reed. You don't typically see 6'9" guys able to move like that and avoid a charge on a fast break situation. Nice job by Reed.
Yeah, we might have had some concessions go flying there along the courtside seats. I believe we have some nachos down.
Yeah, I think it was Trevon Broadway Jr. and Charlie Moore kind of wiped out that front row there. So there's always a little risk sitting courtside.
You're down about $6 on your nachos.
That's right. And you can't just walk to the concession stand and expect to get a refill. Especially if you're not rooting for DePaul.
Well, they've got the towels to take care of it. All nacho cheese is removed from the playing surface.
I mean, DePaul needs all the help they can get.
A kick on Romeo Weems, who, remember, had some foul trouble and was scoreless in the first half.
It's going to be critical, like, for Weems not to pick up another foul in the first 7 to 8 minutes or so of this half. If he can stay with 2 fouls that length, then he can become more aggressive on both ends of the floor.
Rob Montgomery was excellent in the first half. He has 13. And Jalen Butts, his third foul comes 53 seconds into the second half.
Well, it's a tough matchup. You know, DeLeo is really comfortable out on the perimeter. Jalen Butts, not so much. He's not used to guarding a guy with DeLeo's skill set.
Moore leads the break, and he's blocked. Wow. Rob Montgomery went up to get it.
Tell you what, I like Montgomery. I mean, I like this team. They didn't give up on the play. It looked like Charlie Moore was going in. Rob Montgomery had different plans.
6'7", and he just scraped it. Here's the lob for Reed.
Underneath, out of bounds play. That's great execution, and those are the type of plays, Mike, that can get you some energy to come back on the defensive end and get some stops.
Crowd trying to get into it. DePaul with the first 4 points of this second half.
Nice help by Weems that time.
Montgomery going at Reed, and it stays at this end.
Watch this execution. Screen the screener. Jalen Butts does a good job of screening Reed's man, allowing him the easy dunk, and Reed taking out a little bit of aggression on that rim.
Guy with 5 double-doubles in 6 games so far. He's got a dozen. Weems the steal. Coleman lands.
Get him more involved. I thought DePaul settled for too many three-point shots early in the game. Didn't get Paul Reed involved, but now they are, and you see the result.
Some pressure extended on Central Michigan. Good hands by Weems, who gets tagged with a foul. And like you said, that's his third.
You see Charlie Moore trying to calm him down a little bit. Young fella, don't swipe at the ball. He's in Coffin's corner. Oh, see that? Okay. He did swipe, but that's not what caused the Broadway Jr. to trip over his own feet. That's a tough break for DePaul right there.
And you saw the signal from the official that it was the bump, the push, not coming through with the arm.
And if Montgomery, if Broadway Jr. doesn't fall down and he maintains his balance, the referee doesn't call that.
There's Broadway going right back to the rack.
That's a nice move there by Broadway Jr. He did that to open up the first half as well.
Jalen Coleman-Lands got going with a three just before the time. Here's Reed with a left hand under 14.
They can't stop him. There's nobody on Central Michigan that can match up one-on-one with Paul Reed. If DePaul would discipline themselves to move the ball around, maybe 4 or 5 passes, and then look for Paul Reed, I think they will get a lot of benefit out of that approach.
Shot clock below 10. Give and go back to Broadway. No foul called, and Bucks clears it.
I like that no call right there.
Good pass to Bucks from Moore for 2.
Charlie Moore's vision is as good as any point guard in college basketball. See, this is a psychological win already for DePaul, cutting into single-digit deficit. Now the building is engaged.
Broadway. That got tipped home. Chippewas will take it.
Well, Broadway Jr., he has really been stellar.
Answers quickly.
Right now, you can't relax if you're DePaul. See how fast Central Michigan gets the ball back up the floor.
And now Rob Montgomery has to hobble off to the bench.
Oh, it looks like he might be cramping a little bit.
DePaul on the comeback trail.
Different situation. Tonight, however, I think his advantage is in the paint. And he can either post up or you can give him space to dribble drive like we've seen him do a couple times. But he has a size advantage that they need to take advantage of.
It was Rob Montgomery, by the way, who hobbled off. He was trying to roll out his left leg during the break. It was an official's timeout. Keno Davis did not get charged with one. And back out of the timeout. Morgan is blocked by Darius Hall.
Wow, look at that effort.
Weems draws a foul.
Well, I tell you what, this is what Hall can do right here. The length, the aggressiveness, and watch him save the ball. And then Weems goes up, and I'm glad he didn't get hurt. He kind of landed awkwardly. But the aggressiveness on the defensive end results in free throw opportunities on this thing.
Weems, the freshman from Detroit, coming off his first career double-double in his young career. Had 17 and 10 at Boston College on Saturday and still looking to crack the score column. Got his first point. Ball picking up full court. Blue Demons have scored on 7 straight trips down the floor, and now an offensive foul called on Central Michigan. On to Sean Winston.
Well, this pressure seems to, right there, got the chicken wing up. Clarence Armstrong, the official, was right on that. See, it's a set play here for DePaul. They got the mismatch.
DeLeo trying to stick with Moore, who lost it right to McKay.
Yeah, McKay is you got to really be careful with the balls around him. He is opportunistic. So we said it earlier, he's 4th in steals in the MAC last season.
Back iron for Dallas Morgan, who hit 4 threes in the first half. And Devontae Lane now picks up his second foul. And it leaves Keno Davis scratching his head.
Boy, I love the way this game is going in terms of the aggressiveness, the competitiveness. You know, every time that DePaul makes a serious run, Central Michigan seems to have an answer. Let's see if they can find another one.
Moore to the basket, up to 16.
they are relentless. Charlie Moore is bailing out defensively. He's got to be more sound on this end of the floor.
Reed. Got it tipped back to him. Coleman lands, rises. McKay saw the opening and draws a foul on Paul Reed, his second.
Well, Charlie Moore has figured something out here on the drives. And he understands that Central Michigan has 0 shot blockers, so he's getting to the rim. And then a nice recognition by Reed, seeing Jalen Coleman lands wide open from 3. Second made 3 for him.
And big to try to get Jalen Coleman lands going. We, of course, know he did it in Illinois his first couple of seasons. He had the injury last year. And in the Iowa win in Iowa City, he hit 4 in that first half in the big blowout.
Yeah, he can really space the floor. And he's a, an outstanding shooter. And that's his third made 3, excuse me, not second. But he can really add a dimension to DePaul that really balances them out.
Well, there's a 5th made 3 for Dallas Morgan.
Boy, DePaul, I'll tell you what, it never fails in college basketball. When a young man comes back to their home area, they tend to play a lot better.
Coleman lands with 4 of them now.
Oh, great job by Jalen Coleman lands, getting back defensively after hitting the 3.
Morgan. Wanted another with a heat check miss. Moore. Into the post for Hall. Muscling it up.
DePaul has turned it up, and then they've taken better care of the basketball and gotten higher percentage shots.
4-point game. Rob Montgomery is back on the floor for Central Michigan. He had gone to the locker room momentarily. And 5, and the Maroon is back out there. Now foul on Darius Hall.
And Darius Hall won't think that makes a big deal. But what happens is the crowd sits back down. They were getting into it. You lose a little bit of the energy.
Coleman lands sticking right with Deshaun Winston. Hall the rebound. Offensive foul on Jalen Coleman lands.
Deshaun Winston, that's a great defensive play. He closed out on Jalen Coleman lands, not allowing him to shoot the 3, and look at him set up. That's textbook defense by the junior from Woodland Hills, California.
Guy who began his career at Cal. He didn't overlap there with Charlie Moore, but Keno Davis was raving about his progress to us earlier today since Winston arrived in the summer. He's got the mismatch with Butts on him.
I'll tell you what, anybody that's, bold enough to rock some blonde hair, they must be kind of tough.
Winding down, thrown up there. Off the side of the backboard and a shot clock violation. Broadway just heaved it.
That's because of the defensive pressure from DePaul. The game is back to their liking. They're not on their heels. They're the aggressor right now.
You just see on the Central Michigan sideline how things are getting sped up on them.
Yep.
More spinning. Butts battling. Lane on the floor for the loose ball. How about the hustle? DeLeo wants it. Still looking for his first 3, a guy who's got a chance to finish this season as the conference's all-time leader in three-point makes. Coleman lands. Butts goes over the top for the board.
Oh, what a play.
+1.
What a play. big man. Doesn't show a lot of emotion. But boy, this is a big play. Kept his pivot foot, gathered himself, eyes on the rim, able to finish through the contact. One of the things I like about him, Mike, you don't know whether he's happy, sad, mad. He just keeps the same steady, composure when he plays.
Dave Leto has said this guy has paid his dues, and it's his season to seize this opportunity. This was an 18-point game at halftime, not even 8 full minutes ago. Now it's a 1-point game.
And look at this. Paul Reed had a chance to catch his breath. So now you got the best player on the floor, fully rested. Bodes well for the Blue Demons.
Winston pulls up. No. Reed underneath.
Boy, I tell you what, DePaul, this has got to give them incredible confidence to cut this lead and take the lead in such a short amount of time.
Offensive rebound, Broadway. No foul call. Slipped underneath for Montgomery. And now the foul goes on DePaul. And they get Paul Reed with it, his third. But DePaul with the lead for the first time since the 18-32 mark of the first half. On the comeback trail at Wintrust. Stat comparison, and that's what DePaul has done since halftime.
Yeah, all it is taking good shots so you're not off balance defensively, trying to get back on a team that runs, and taking better care of the basketball. And Charlie Moore, I'm telling you, his teammates ought to take him to dinner because he's setting the table. 6 assists this half alone for Charlie Moore.
He's got 10 in total, a career high in assists for the redshirt junior guard. You see, Central Michigan has gone cold offensively. Put up 50 in the first half. Good extra pass to Broadway. Can't finish in close.
That's a good job of Jalen Coleman-Lands getting back on the glass. No big really on the floor for DePaul. They're going really 4 guards and a forward in Hall.
Coleman-Lands.
Wow, I'm shaking my head like, nope, that's not a good shot. Yes, it is.
Foul on Lopez.
Well, in terms of miles, the campus of DePaul is not far. Jalen Coleman-Lands shooting it from Lincoln Park, ladies and gentlemen. Feeling good about his three-point touch here in the second half.
He's got 4 threes in this half. Central Michigan just 10 points this half.
Isn't that amazing? It's almost like Dallas Morgan was a three-point sniper in the first half, and Jalen Coleman-Lands is picking up that role here in the second.
The second foul on Lopez, and Winston misses the first. You said you love the competitiveness of this game, the intensity it's been played with. We've had a little bit of everything tonight.
We have, and these guys, I knew that Central Michigan was not going to back down. They're going to come in and be physical. They're going to try to play their game. And they really had DePaul on their heels, but DePaul settled down and got to where they want to be.
Shot clock at 5. This is Reed. Gets his own miss. Coleman-Lands. Wanted another, and a foul on the rebounding action. That's 3 on DeLeo.
Boy, he's had a tough night. Really has. Just not much has gone right for him, and it's a tough matchup for him. He's trying to guard Butts and Reed. That's a tall order. Mike, I'm going to tell you something. I saw a Kent State team. I'm going to repeat what I said in the first half. They were down 18 at Ohio State and came back and closed to tie with 4 minutes left in the game. And Bowling Green is the preseason favorite in the MAC. I'm going to be watching some MAC basketball this season. A great conference that doesn't get a lot of credit.
Moore couldn't finish, but the offensive rebound had the shot altered underneath by McKay, and it's back to the Chippewas.
You know, for DePaul, that's okay, because once again, we're worthy at the rim, putting pressure on the Chippewas.
Who now haven't scored in more than 5 minutes. DePaul on a 13-0 run.
Nice switch that time. Paul Reed jumping out on Morgan.
Reed blocked the shot, and Morgan commits the foul.
Well, Dallas Morgan paying too much on the three. You've got Paul Reed. You got a 6'9" guy on the perimeter. You got to use your quickness. You played right into his hands. Great job by Reed, who's doing it on both ends of the floor tonight.
I mean, there's confidence in your jump shot, and then there's that. 6'9", and from that distance, and Morgan's been fearless.
He has been. And, you know, I get it. He's hit some threes, but when you got a 6'9" guy on skates, that's what I call when you got a 6'9" guy above the three-point line, they're on skates. That's an unfamiliar place for them. And Central Michigan doing a really good job on this matchup zone. It's kind of slowed DePaul up a little bit.
Oh, nearly brought down by Butts off the lob from Moore. Morgan in the mid-range this time. Couldn't get it over Weems. And saved on the baseline.
Watch Coleman lands here.
The skip for Weems.
Well, you better run and have your hands up with Charlie Moore at the point. Because if you're open, he's going to find you.
You said it earlier, best vision in the country, perhaps.
I think so.
Morgan still hoisting, but not hitting. Moore.
Well, Coach Lato, I'm sure he didn't like that one, but they got a 6-point lead, and they've got the momentum on their side. He's got to let Charlie Moore do that every now and then.
DeLeo. The Chippewas have missed their last 11 shots. Great hands by Reed. Coleman lands wide open. Central Michigan needs something. Montgomery can't find it. DeLeo, the loose ball, and his first field goal make.
That was a chain reaction right there, Mike. The only criticism I have of Charlie Moore, he bails out defensively too much to start a chain reaction that allowed that offensive rebound putback. He's got to be more sound on the defensive end.
You saw it had been an 18-0 run. Coleman lands his feeling.
Two bad shots the last two opportunities for DePaul. Got to be smarter than that.
They just keep going up and down here at Wintrust Arena. Subs at the ready. The ball screen for Devontae Lane. Blocked by Reed.
Well, DePaul is doing everything right in the second half. Great look from Charlie Moore. Jalen Coleman.
He's been quotable tonight, and to his credit, when they were down big and now when they're up.
Yeah, no, he's a man with a lot of experience. This is his second term with DePaul, and he understands the opportunity they have this season with their talent and depth.
Shot clock below 10 for Central Michigan coming out of the timeout. McKay couldn't secure it from Winston.
Good decision.
Exactly what you heard from Dave Lato in the huddle.
Here's is the difference between this year's DePaul team and last year's team. This time last year, Northwestern, great job by Jalen Butts. Northwestern went on a 25-0 second half run. Tonight, DePaul flips it and goes on an 18-0 run against Central Michigan. That's the difference between last year and this season.
Trying to get to 7-0 to start the year. DeLeo draws a foul and will shoot a pair.
Central Michigan trying to do everything they can to slow down DePaul. Excellent job of getting the ball into the teeth of the defense right there. Paul Reed makes a beautiful look to Jalen Butts. Tell you what, Paul Reed has been all world this evening. I mean, he's done a little bit of everything. Defensively, he scored the basketball. He's made some beautiful passes. He stayed out of foul trouble.
He's got his 6th double-double in 7 games. DeLeo cashes in. You saw Weems check out with 4 fouls.
So this game is not over by any means. Oh, the Paul's feeling good about themselves, but as Coach Lato mentioned, they got to put the knockout blow in.
That's something he said to us at shoot-around. We got up by 13 on Boston College. Blocking foul called on Broadway. And then from there, that lead kind of dwindled down the stretch, and there were some big threes back and forth from Charlie Moore to keep DePaul a winner on the road.
It's important to learn how to take advantage of a lead, especially at home. You gotta close out these games in a strong fashion.
Moore's been terrific. 16 points, a career high, 13 assists. And now Darius Hall to the line. 10 of 22 there this season. And he misses the front end.
It's all confidence or lack thereof for Hall at the free throw line. He's got good form. Just repetition and confidence.
You see, it's been a drought scoring from the floor for Central Michigan. Montgomery. Stripped by Reed. Man, his hands are great.
Great hands without fouling. And the rotation on the defensive end for DePaul has been stellar.
Now a 3. Followed his own miss. And the foul.
And Paul Reed follow a missed 3 and then a 3-point play opportunity with his left. I mean, is the young man going to sell popcorn and posters at the end of the game? Is there anything that he can't do on the floor?
He's got 4 blocks again, 3 games in a row. He's got a couple of steals to go along with his nation-leading 6th double-double.
It's a man on a mission right there. Oh, what a response by the Blue Demons.
And if you're just flipping into this one, they were down 18 at halftime against a team in Central Michigan that coming into tonight was leading the nation in scoring at 100 a game.
I'll tell you what, Reed does a really good job of decision-making along that free throw line area against that zone.
That's where he is now. Working on DeLeo, back to the left hand. And the rebound to Montgomery, but how about those hands again by Paul Reed? Talked about it now, a half-dozen double-doubles for Paul Reed to lead the country in some pretty good company with some of those names.
I'm telling you, Kerry Blackshear, one of the premier bigs in the SEC for Florida, Kofi Coburn. I mean, that's great company. Paul Reed is putting his name among the best in the nation early.
Still 4 minutes to go, 10-point game. Lane on the drive. Moore lost it. And it's last touch, though, by DeLeo. 10-point lead for the Blue Demons.
Well, Paul Reed tries some 3, doesn't get it, gets the rebound. In the first half, they were taking a lot of threes. They had some turnovers. They couldn't get back defensively. But this half has been totally different. They've been much more disciplined on the offensive end.
You see 14 points for Central Michigan in the second half. Jalen Coleman lands himself this half with 15. Paul Reed himself this half with 13. Now under 4 left. Reed off the shot fake, spinning.
Oh, my goodness. He didn't get it to drop, but that's a heck of a move. I'm going to repeat this. You just don't see a lot of 6'9" guys able to move like that and avoid fouls. Typically, big men, they're on the move like that. They run over guys and they get out of control. He's rarely out of control.
We know the jump that he took from freshman to sophomore. How good can he be this year as a junior?
He's leading the nation in double doubles. That's a pretty good indication of how good he can be. He plays with an intensity. And whether he's scoring the basketball or he's not, he's still playing hard. He's still affecting the game in other ways. And I think that's the maturation that you're seeing with Paul Reed.
Montgomery, meanwhile, up to a team-high tying 17. And you saw Reed's got the 4 fouls and still out there with 3.5 left.
Little token pressure from the Chippewas. We heard Dave Lato talk about cutting lights off. Watch that Las Vegas Invitational. Texas Tech cuts your lights and water off as well as any team in the nation.
That's going to be a huge test for them. Their biggest so far against Iowa. Plus on the inside has 13.
Oh, beautiful kick out by Montgomery.
Morgan a 3. He's got 6 of them. Blocking foul called. Again, Reed is playing with 4.
DePaul trying to make Central Michigan pay for that pressure. 2-2-1 full court pressure. Paul Reed back at the line.
Had such a huge performance at Iowa. 25-12. He knocked down 3 triples in that game. And if you go back even before the season, Paul Reed was saying, hey, this is the year it's going to happen. DePaul to the NCAA tournament. There's a lot of confidence from the guys in that locker room.
Well, they know how hard they've worked. And they know how hungry and thirsty they are to have success and postseason success. And their experience in the postseason against Central Michigan last year gave them a taste of what is possible.
Well, that was in the CBI. It was on campus up in Lincoln Park. Blocking foul calls on McKay's drive and the foul on Hall.
Darius Hall shows some intelligence because if McKay is coming full speed, you may not want to take that hit. So Hall kind of turned and did the Matador Olay and got called for the foul, but I don't necessarily blame him.
And if you're Central Michigan and Keno Davis, you love scoring with the clock stopped here.
Yes, so they can get set up defensively. Again, I know a lot of DePaul fans think this game is over. It's not over. DePaul still got to handle the basketball and make some plays on this end.
Coleman lands, streaks to the top.
Good job of handling the ball under pressure. Something you typically don't see Jalen Coleman Lands do.
He's got 20, his most in a DePaul uniform. And Lane answers. And a timeout taken.
Jalen Coleman Lands, known as a shooter and scorer, can help. And then you're going crazy in the second half because you want to be a part of the comeback.
That's what Coleman Lands has done just in this half. He's a guy who's endured the injuries as well. Of course, the broken hand last year. Plus, he had a stress fracture in his leg leading into this season. They break the pressure with the lob for Jalen Bucks.
Once again, you've got to make a team pay when they try to full court pressure. DePaul doing an excellent job.
Paul Reed is fouled out. Still 2 minutes left.
Well-deserved standing applause for the yeoman's work that Paul Reed put in tonight. These guys bring their hard hats, Mike. He and Jalen Butts, they are two tough customers.
By the way, we were in the double bonus. Trevon Broadway was still thinking 1-and-1. Grabbed the miss of his teammate Devontae Lane and went right back up with it.
I like it. Always be ready.
And they missed both. DePaul again handles the pressure, and a veteran play by Moore to pull it out.
They're trying to foul.
Hall plus a foul. Later, Nikito Davis won it.
Watch, they're trying to foul right here, and they just let Hall get all the way to the rim. Chipper was a little slow, but not Darius Hall.
Solid work for the redshirt sophomore as well. Sitting on 8 and 7, and he stamps the three-point play.
I'm telling you, when he stays in his game, he can really make a big difference for this team.
Going up on 90 seconds to go, and Moore again lets this clock drip.
Nice decision by Charlie Moore that time. Eat up the clock.
Working on Morgan with a follow-up. Loose ball underneath to Hall. Took a shot, and he's in pain on the baseline. 5 on 4. Easy deuce with 58 seconds left to cut it to 10, and the attention turns to Hall.
That's not a good sign right there. Under his own power, Mike, because I was a little bit afraid there that could have been a separated shoulder.
He gets looked at, and with Paul Reed having fouled out, Marquise Jacobs is in, and Central Michigan commits the foul on the sideline. It's on Dallas Morgan. So again, for DePaul, this is their best start to a season in more than 30 years. A chance to still be undefeated after tonight with this looming couple games on FS1. We already talked about that Texas Tech team.
Right, and Minnesota's tough in the barn. I mean, that's a tough place to go get a victory. Daniel Oturu, one of the premier bigs in the Big Ten. That'll be a nice challenge for the Blue Demons. I will say this, though. The Blue Demons have the character and toughness to go up there and get that victory. I wouldn't be surprised if they had success in Minneapolis.
What feels different about them, being around them as much as you have been this year compared to last year?
Much deeper. They have a lot more offensive weapons, and they're a connected team, and I think that they understand their role. And what's going to happen, the challenge for Dave Lato moving forward, how do you keep everybody happy? But you know what? Wintrust Arena is rocking. This is a great sign for the Blue Demons program.
Well, they're happy with this one tonight. What a comeback effort. A stamp from Charlie Moore, who was magnificent. 18 points, 13 assists for him. From 18 down at halftime, DePaul puts up 56 in the second half alone and stays undefeated and improves to 7-0.
Be behind 7 or 8 points right now. This, I can't say enough. I mean, it's just a big possession for both teams.
Raiders get it in bounds at midcourt to Gentry. Love down on the right block. Wampler left lane line. Out it goes to Calvin. 15 to shoot. Over to Hall. Wright State with the ball and a 2-point lead. Wampler going inside. He's fouled.
That's what you want to do. I mean, that's exactly what you want to do. You want to take something to the basket. They got it to their best offensive player on the perimeter tonight. That's Bill Wampler. He's the one that hit the 2 free throws and then hit the 3 and hit a big 3 down at Tennessee Tech in overtime. He knows where the basket is, and he put his head down, went right to the rim, and these are 2 big free throws here for Bill.
He's got 16 to lead the Raiders. The first one is good. So that gives the Raiders a 3-point lead with 34.8 seconds left. Timeouts left. Kent State has 1 for Coach Senderoff and 2 for Wright State's Coach Nagy.
And they got several guys that can make threes too. Now, whether they'll go for a 3, I think if Bill makes this, they'll come down and try to get a quick basket. I don't think they'll go for the 3. Now, if he misses it, that's a different story.
And he made it.
I think they'll come down and try to get a quick basket and then play the foul game.
Fans here with another center up on their feet. Williams dribble drive inside. Skips in the corner. Simons, 3. Got it! Timeout called. Well, Kent State.
Big time basket.
70-69, Raiders by 1.
Wow, what a shot.